significance related to the stock exchange, that and that too that related to the company, to the investor, and to the society, right? So that is the thing we discussed in the last class. And yesterday also I said any company has to be get a profitable, that means goodwill, better goodwill and credibility, and to reach to the each and every other people's each and everything, to get that kind of advantage. I said one word, it should compulsory get listed in the stock exchange. What the company has to do to get the listing in the stock exchanges related thing, let's see. Listing of securities. Right. So first, listing of securities means the inclusion of securities. One second, guys. All right. So before that, the stock exchange has to allow the companies to trade their securities. For this purpose, a company has to fulfill certain formalities to include their securities in the official trade list of securities. So whenever the company want to get a better credibility, want to sell the shares in better manner, each and everything must ensure the company has to get listed in the stock exchanges. So as we are having 23 stock exchanges, in the 23 stock exchanges, any company can get listed first. So for that purpose, listing of securities means the inclusion of securities in the official list of stock exchange for the purpose of trading. The listed securities is also known as quoted securities. So that means the list has to be drawn in stock exchange. For that purpose, uh, uh, official list of stock exchanges, it will be announced by the stock exchange only. And whatever the name it is displayed in the stock exchanges, that name is also known as quoted securities. The stock exchange neither assures the financial soundness of company nor recommends the selection of securities, but it makes a clarification to the investor about the legality and the insolvency of the company. By listing, that means financial soundness related thing means how it is solvency or not insolvency. So what does it mean? What kind of position it is? So by seeing financial statements only, we can tell that whether it is solvency position or insolvency position. If any company gets denial to the listed in any stock exchange, it can file an appeal to the government such denial. The Securities Contract Act 1956 empowers the government to direct the stock exchange for enlisting the company after examining both parties' explanation about their position. So compulsory, if they want to get a better credibility, better goodwill related thing, so compulsory every company has to get listed in the stock exchange. If for getting stock exchange related thing and also after listed also it is denied, means that means it deleted whatever thing happened. So first they have to, according to Securities Act 1956, they have to get unlisting. First of all, they have to list. If the stock exchange is denial, so we have to appeal for that. So for, on what basis the company is denied not getting into the stock exchange related thing. So according to the Stock Exchange Contract Act, Securities Act 1956, they have to get clarity on what basis the company is denied not into the stock exchange listing related thing. Each stock exchange has a listing department to grant the approval of listing securities in accordance with the rules of Securities Contract Act 1956 and 1957, Companies Act 2013, and guidelines of SEBI. So each and every company has to first basically follow the rules and regulations, what SEBI guidelines given, what in the Securities Contract Act 1956 it is given. Each and every rules and regulations the company has to follow the things. If not, the stock exchange can deny the company. So basically, we have to fulfill the rules and regulations. What Securities Contract Act in 1956 is given, what SEBI guidelines is given, each and everything has to be verified. Then only we can get into the listing of securities related. So this is the point about listing of securities. Then what is the rules and regulation and what is the procedure to get into the listing of securities? Let's see. So first point, when a company want to get listed in the stock exchange, they have to fulfill these kind of rules and regulations. So first, a company with minimum issued capital of 3 crores, of which at least 1.8 crores 60% is offered to the public, can apply for listing in the prescribed pro forma along with the following documents. At first, basically guys, I already said in the first year, but it is in first year, but again I'm repeating once again, what is the capital company required? That is, the total capital is called as authorized capital. Authorized capital. In that authorized capital, at least of 50% or else 70%, 80%, whatever the thing they want to issue to the public, they will, what amount they issued to the public subscription related thing, that kind of capital is known as issued capital. In the total issued capital, say for example, here issued capital is 3 crores and the minimum capital should be to get into the listing of securities, the minimum capital is 3 crores. If they're having 3 crores, then only eligible to get into the listing. First criteria, the company with the minimum issued capital 3 crores, of which at least 1.8 crore, that means 60% of the capital should be issued to the public only for subscription related thing. Whether any other chance without apart from public related thing, any other chance to issuance, as underwriters are there, company owners are there, so there is a chance to purchase by themselves itself. So when the company want to get listing, 60% should be subscribed by the public itself. So second criteria, first thing, 3 crores minimum capital. In that 3 crores, 60% of the capital should be subscribed by the public itself. Along with the following documents have to be submitted, and the first one, documents to be submitted: copies of memorandum of association and articles of association, prospectus, directors reports, balance sheet and agreements with underwriters and brokers, etc. So copies of memorandum of association, MOA, AOA, directors report, that means how many directors are there, what are the names, each and everything has to be issued, and prospectus. For minimum subscription related thing, we will issue prospectus to know the public about the company information related to each and everything. You know the word, these all words already we learned in the first year. You remembered or not, I don't know. MOA, AOA, prospectus, directors report, and balance sheet, agreement with underwriters. Who are the underwriters, guys? Remember? Guys, underwriters. No. Underwriters. When we discuss the point related to minimum subscription point, I said first let the students person for underwriting insurance risk. No. underwriters. That means minimum subscription. Uh, for what minimum subscription basically? Minimum subscription, for what basis minimum subscription is compulsory? To get company recognition, that means to get commencement of certificate of commencement of business. Right? So to get minimum subscription, then only company eligible to get. Okay, very good, Surya. Surya given the answer. That means if they are not eligible to get a minimum subscription, company not in a position to get a minimum subscription. So then company not eligible to start the manufacturing related thing, each and everything. So to avoid this thing, to encourage this thing, banks, financial institutions, especially, okay, they will come forward and they will purchase the shares up to minimum subscription. That is underwriters. They are called underwriters. Clear now? At least remembered? Right? So basically, if company not able to get the minimum subscription, banks will come forward and they will give underwriting. Okay, if banks are there in the as a shareholders, means everyone will believe the company, right? So for that purpose, to encourage related thing to be company in a safe position, banks will underwrite the minimum subscription related thing. So if any kind of underwriting is there, so we have to give that details also to get into the listing. Next point, right? Specimen copy of shares, debenture certificates, letters of allotment, acceptance, acceptance, renunciation, etc. So specimen copies related to, that means Xerox copies like that. So related to the shares, how many shares we issued, how many debenture certificates we issued, any kind of what type of acceptance we made, letter of allotment, how many shares we allotted, how many shares we issued, how many shares we get subscribed, in that how many shares we allotted to the public, each and every information also should be given to get listed in the stock exchange related thing. So first MOA, AOA, the underwriters, if any, directors report, each and everything have to be submitted, and also specimen copies related to shares, debenture certificates, shares allotment, acceptance related, each and everything has to be submitted to the procedure getting into the listing. Next, particulars regarding capital structure. Capital structure means how much authorized capital is there. In that, how much issued capital is there. From issued capital, how much subscribed capital is there. From subscribed capital, call money, that means first call, final call, any other calls in arrears, calls in advance, what kind of structure is there. This kind of information also should be given to the procedure, that means stock exchanges, to get into the listing related. A statement showing the distribution of shares. So distribution, that means how much value of share. So according to that, how much we distributed. That means actual value is 10 rupees. So whether we issued for extra amount or else discounted. Extra amount means premium. So at par, that means face value. Discounted, that means less value. In what way distributed to the public? Each and everything has to be given information. Next, particulars of dividend and bonus declared and or paid during the last 10 years. For example, as basically 3 crores of turnover, each and everything means it doesn't mean that it is no, it is old company or new company, whatever it may be. If it is in a running position company, minimum for 10 years, the dividends, the bonus, on what basis it is declared, on what basis they paid, each and every information also should be given if it is already existed company, and that too for 10 years we have to consider. If it is new company, this rule won't be applicable. Simple. Particulars of shares debentures for which permission to deal is applied for. So particulars of shares and debentures for which permissions to deal is applied for. That means shares related thing, debentures related thing, any kind of discounts, what we discussed in the last point. So any kind of discounts, any kind of permissions, each and everything is given. Any kind of rebates is given, or else any feature is done. So later on, any reissue is done. So this kind of details also should be given to the stock exchange. And some other 2 points only, just I'm reading out. Brief report on company's activities since its incorporation. That means incorporation means after it get registered, what kind of activities, the company has done, that kind of activities also should be given. That means manufacturing related thing, what kind of goods they manufactured, each and everything information also should be given. So listing agreement with required initial and annual listing fees. So obviously for all these things, submission related thing, each and everything you have to pay a nominal fees also. What kind of nominal initial payment, what kind of annual fees we paid for getting into the listing, each and every information also should be given there. Right. So next, before going to the function, still we have to discuss some more points. Is it clear or not till now? The procedure, what kind of things we have to follow, each and everything. Clear? Still having any doubts, guys? Come on, before going to there, what kind of rules and regulations we have to follow to get the listing related thing, what are the documents we have to submit it. So each and everything, is it clear so far? Okay, let's see then. So I'm reading out, guys, just listen. A new company may not be able to submit some of the above documents. Just know, as I said, that means 10 years related thing, what is the dividend amount, what is the bonus amount, you can't say for the new company related thing. So uh, for new company, some of the above documents also can be submitted, but this kind of MOA, AOA, specimen copies related to the shares, debentures, distribution of debentures, statement related, that can be submitted. Some of the above documents can be submitted by the new company, and it will not be an objection for unlisting. For listing related thing, it won't be a major uh, objection to deny the company. After the submission of application, along with the above documents by the company, the stock exchange scrutinizes the application by taking certain aspects into consideration with regard to the policy of company in dealing with the shares. After scrutiny, if the stock exchange is satisfied with the particular field, it may inform the company to execute a listing agreement. The agreement contains the obligations and restrictions which listing entail. That means each and every restriction, each and every document what is submitted, each and everything has to be scrutinized. That means clearly verified by the stock exchanges and the concerned authorities. After that, they will give permission to listing into the stock exchanges related. The Central Listing Authority has been set up in the year 2003 by SEBI as a self-regulatory organization. It is established for ensuring uniform and standard policies for listing the securities in all the Indian stock exchanges. It will have a check on the operations in small stock exchanges that have lenient listing norms. That means why SEBI involved to start a self-regulatory authority means if individual authority is there, that authority institution will look after each and every activity what stock exchanges are doing. So this listing authority started in the year 2003 by SEBI as self-regulatory authority. That means it is a self-regulatory authority. It can be worked in any under any supervision of any other institution. It is the main authority. It will supervise the remaining all other stock exchanges. And how many stock exchanges we having? We having 23 stock exchanges in India. Each and every stock exchange have to be follow the regulation to be followed, each and speculation related thing, what kind of rules and regulation to be followed, each and everything to be followed by the rules and given by the self-regulatory authority, that is listing department related thing. So each and every rules and regulations will be common and uniform to all the 23 stock exchanges in India. The companies can delist the security in the stock exchanges voluntarily or compulsorily. If they want to relist them again, it can done after 2 years by duly fulfilling the formalities. So that means it is listed. Again, they want to relist each and everything. They can relist again, but after 2 years when they want to, but they want to fulfill the each and every documents what the department is given. That means it's listing securities department, what it is given, they have to fulfill the each and every policies, every rules and regulations. Then only they will get the relist. Along with the listed securities, permitted securities also allowed to be dealt within the stock exchanges. Permitted securities are those securities which are not listed in the particular stock exchange but are actively traded in other stock exchanges. This is done with an intention to help the participants of the particular stock exchanges. The aim of main listing of securities are to have control over the dealings of securities and to have proper supervision. So the main purpose, self-regulatory authority, listing related thing, each and everything for what are main aim, listing securities main aim. So that means supervision. That means the shares related, speculation related thing won't be occur in not in a unfair manner. That should be done in a fair manner. The same to decentralize the economic power. So obviously shares and debentures related thing which deal with the money and money's worth itself. So to decentralize, that means to economic power related each and everything should be in one hand, not in not in only one hand. It should be distributed to the different authorities also, not to the SEBI, not to stock exchange, not to the individual power listing authorities. It should be powers given to each and every authority, to the SEBI, to the stock exchange, to the listing securities, each and everything. So whenever the powers are only one hand, as monopolism, each and everything can be happen. To safeguard the interest of promoters, this is the most important. This is a point already repeating. Promoters means nothing but the investors and financial promoters, business promoters, each and every promoters interest always should be protected. So then only they can interest to invest in the company. So interest to develop the company, each and everything can be happen to protect the interest of investors and shareholders. So investor, this is the main person, their money is investing in the company. Whenever this their interest is protected, then only they shows interest to invest in other companies. Then only we can collect the amount from the public also. So this is about the total related to the listing of securities. For you kind information, this may ask in 10 marks and even in 5 marks question also, guys. Right? Is it clear now? Guys, those until related to what we discussed in yesterday. Hope you guys remembered the point. I think so. Okay, voice is not so clear. Okay, fine. Can you hear me, guys, now? Okay, is it clear regarding the listing of securities related thing? Okay, then fine. Next LAQ, let's start the next LAQ. That is functions of stock exchange. So according to you, what kind of functions, what kind of activity can a stock exchange can do? Come on, apply. What kind of activities, what kind of functions can be done by the stock exchange? Just use your common sense and give me the answer. How it acts? Okay, protects investors' money. Good. Trading, market for buying and selling of securities. Okay, trading, that is same. Okay, great. Yes, right. Investors information. Okay, good. Any other persons, guys? Boosting economy. Okay. Provides liquidity. Okay. Okay, this is the answers. Liquidity, boost the economy, buying and selling, that means trading related thing, protects the investors. Okay. Hope this is the thing, I think so. Then we'll start. Okay. Let's start the functions. So first point. Right. Provides infrastructure for trading. So first, basically, the main purpose to start a stock exchange to provide infrastructure for trading related, and trading means that too buying and selling of shares and securities, bonds, etc. So this kind of service, to provide this kind of service only, it provide stock exchange is established. First and foremost thing. Let's see. In the stock exchange, wait guys, Vishnu getting problem, I think so. Okay. Okay. So in the stock exchange, instantaneously trading gets executed. It draws investment by providing ready and continuous market for securities. So for trading related things, so buying and selling of shares, and that too, that process should be continuously to be happen. Stock exchange is established. So buying and selling of securities and listing of securities, the company's listing of securities in stock exchange, each and everything can be happened because of the stock exchanges related thing only. And next point, provides information regarding prices. So regarding prices, so who need the price, guys? First of all, who need the price? We discussed three significance related thing. Who need the price? About the shares, securities, bonds related thing, who need the price? Investors, simple. So investors need the price related thing. What kind of price which the company is having, what kind of share price is having, the securities related thing, what kind of position is now. So each and every information, the because of stock exchange only, investors will came to know the prices of the company. So it gives sensible information through reliable sources and publishers to investors about the prices of securities. The proposed investors know the quotation and investors know the pricing of his holdings. So investors will know the pricings, so how much they can purchase and how much amount of benefit they can be get in the future. Each kind of information and reliable information can be given by the stock exchanges to the investors. And next, protects the investor's wealth. As the investment amount that should be in safe position. So that stock exchanges main aim to protect the investors, to protect the investors information, to protect the information investors wealth. That is the main important goal. That means the invested amount, the whatever the lakhs or crores, whatever the thing, that each and every should be in a safe position. It protects the interest and wealth of investors through the enforcement of its rules and regulations. So if kind of chance to get lost, they will give information company, so better you can take the investment amount and you can reinvest in any other company. This kind of information also can be given by the stock exchange to protect the investors interest and wealth. Next, clearinghouse. So without clearinghouse, one will find out a trader's mismatch. It can act on behalf of both buyer and sellers, helping trading of securities. Clearinghouse means nothing but for purchasing shares. It will be act as a gap between the mediator between the company and the investors. So with the help of this stock exchange only, buyers and sellers can come together and sell and purchase the shares here itself. Next, provides liquidity. That means purchasing related thing, we need shares and we need our investment to be safe. At the same time, sellers also we need company Thank you for being in the class, guys. Net is totally unstable here due to power issue. Sorry for that. So provides liquidity. So whenever the purchaser, that means the buyer, whenever he wants, he can sell the amount. He sell the shares. He can get that amount. So whenever he want, he can get the amount immediately. So there is no time limit. The share should be get matured, then only they are eligible to get the amount. Nothing, no kind of restrictions is there. Whenever he want, he can get the money immediately. Next, help to raise new capital. So for whom it helps to raise the new capital? To the investors, is it right? To raise the new capital, is it for the investors? I'm asking. Can you hear me, guys? Yes. Okay, then tell me, for whom to raise the new capital? Stock exchange will be helpful to raise the new capital. For whom I'm asking? Just a small word. Who needs the capital, guys? Company. Simple. Company. So company needs the capital, and to raise the new capital, to raise the further capital, to add the additional capital, anything. So stock exchange will help to raise the new capital, further capital whenever they need it. The requirement of additional capital of an existing company can be raised by issuing the right shares through stock exchange. Right shares. That means it will be issued to the existing shareholders for first, and later on, if they are not interested, they will issue to other persons, to other public, to raise the new capital or else further capital. Next, act as a barometer. That means it will be act as a barometer between the company and to the investors also. So to whatever the rules and regulations given to the company, it has to supervise, it has to fulfill the company's related thing. At the same time, it has to look into the investors' interest, investors' wealth also. And it should be balanced both the investors and the company also. An efficient stock exchange acts as a barometer business condition in the country. So simple, he said, it acts as a barometer in the country to fulfill both, to satisfy both the investors and the company also. So increase credit worthiness of company. So whenever company is listed in the stock exchanges, obviously the credit worthiness, the credibility of the company, it will be increased, and the name and fame of the company will be known to each and every other investors also whenever it is listed in the stock exchanges only. A company which got its shares to be listed in the stock exchange enjoys good reputation. Just now I said, whenever it is listed only, then only it will get good reputation, goodwill, each and every good name and fame. Then only it can reach out to any other person also when it is listed itself. So minimize the danger of speculation. So speculation related thing means increasing the prices immediately, decreasing the prices all of a sudden. Each and every information, each and everything can be avoided. That kind of danger can be removed only with the help of stock exchanges only. So is it done previously? Means it's done a lot previously. This kind of activities, increasing and decreasing of speculation related thing, each and everything activities. So now each and everything is removed because of stock exchanges itself. Right. By following rules and regulations of the Act, it minimizes the danger of speculative dealing and price manipulations. That means increasing the price without any kind of proper rules and regulations, decreasing the price without any kind of proper rules and regulations. To avoid all those things, stock exchanges is there to look into the proper speculation related thing. It will be speculated, but according to the turnover, according to the goodwill related, according to the market condition only, it will be happen. Next and last function of stock exchange, facilitate speculation. Just now I said it facilitates speculation, but in a true and fair manner, not in a manipulated manner, not in a mischief manner, not in a fraud manner. Stock exchange facilitates speculation, thereby businessman can speculate and earn profit from fluctuation in security prices. So businessman can earn money with the help of speculation only, but that should be in true and fair manner. So this is the thing about, guys, our functions of stock exchange, right? So is it clear so far what we discussed? Or else having any kind of doubts, please look into the functions. It is also 10 marks question, guys. If you're having any kind of doubts, you can free to ask now. No need to rush my topic also. We have enough time to discuss. I didn't get any kind of response. Okay, whether you guys are seeing the points, I think so. Okay, that's good. We can go through the points. Clear, all of you? Still any doubts up to now what we discussed regarding the functions, regarding the significance of stock exchanges, listing of securities, right? Right. So another important thing, guys, this regarding this chapter, there is a high chance to get confused regarding the functions of stock exchanges, significance of stock exchanges. Significance, that means importance to the society, importance to the company, importance to the investors. That is the point you have to write. Functions means what is the activity, what kind of things can be done by the stock exchange. This is to be answered in case of functions of stock exchange. As students, they will write LAQ only. Sir, so many students every year also repeatedly I will get this kind of answer that sir Rasam sir, but exam అయిన తర్వాత తెలిసింది functions significance బదులు functions రాసామని, functions బదులు significance రాసాము. So don't be get overconfident, guys. So please clear about what is significance of stock exchange, what is functions of stock exchange. Both the questions are LAQs only. Significance, that will be main three things will be there in that sub points will be there. Coming to the functions, 10 functions are there. In this way, at least you try to remember. Functions are 10 functions. significance which related to three, to the company, to the society, and to the investors. Hope you guys are clear. I think so. Yes. Okay. Fine.